Title MMA's got you covered with everything you need to get into MMA like a pro. MMA masters Duke Rufus and Red Schaefer take you through the basics of MMA to get you inside the sport and show you what you really need to know. But you'll also get inside secrets and techniques that can only be mastered from years in the cage. Now you can learn from the best and get ready to give it your all with top quality Title MMA products like these. Title's freestyle throwing and grappling dummy, made of incredibly durable triple ply synthetic leather that'll stand up to all the punches, kicks, jabs, takedowns, chokeholds, and ground pounding you can give it, and still come back for more. Professional Thai pads and Twins Muay Thai pads for serious competitors. Imported from Thailand, these rugged all-leather overstuffed pads give you the target you need to develop powerful kicking skills. The grappling dummy heavy bag, the ultimate 2-in-1 training bag, combining the realistic human form with a durable heavy pad. Give it jabs, straight shots, angle punches, hooks, uppercuts, and more to take your training to the next level. The Twins MMA Thai Shield, handcrafted in Thailand. Super shock-absorbing layered cell foam welcomes every offensive blow and strike and begs for more. Perfect for MMA, Muay Thai, and combat training. Title leather 12 and 16-pound medicine balls. Great for explosive training and endurance training. Title super plastic speed ropes. Super lightweight, but ball-bearing fast. Top quality leather headgear from Title Boxing, Title MMA, and Twins offer you the most protection in your training routine. Title MMA Gel Pro Shin Instep Guards feature our exclusive gel-enforced lining for even greater protection and form fit. Double padding where you need it most. Twins Open Palm Wrist Strap Gloves, designed for training and competition. A full half-inch of padding over knuckles, fingers, and back of the wrist for uninhibited attack. Full leather construction with elastic thumb loop for excellent freedom of movement and security. Title Platinum Body Protector, perfect for working on body shots and lower body techniques. Use in conjunction with punch mitts to simulate actual sparring. The special layered cell foam really takes a pounding. All these and more Title MMA products will have you looking, feeling, and fighting like the warrior you need to be. Let Duke and Red teach you the tricks of the trade that'll have you winning fights in no time. Bigger, better, faster, and stronger with Title MMA. Check out these products and more at TitleMMA.com. Do it now.
Hi everyone, I'm Eric Red Schaefer. I'm a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I've been doing MMA for about 11 years now. I got in the UFC. I'm a UFC veteran. I love grappling. I'm more of the ground fighter. I like to take it down to the ground, use ground and pound, submit the guy with submission holds. It's a little bit different than striking, but you know, it's half the game. Whether you're a striker or a grappler, you know, you need to know your takedowns, you need to know your submissions, offense and defense. I learned my striking with Duke Rufus to round out my game, so if you're more of a striker, you should hopefully these videos help you learn your grappling. Now we're going to work the guard from the bottom position. It's obviously a very defensive position. Even the best guys in the world from their back would probably rather be on top. So you should never be happy to be in your guard. You know, you have to have an active guard, go for sweeps, go for submissions, but you're gonna get hurt down there. You know, very few fighters can fight really awesome off their back. And even the ones that do, don't want to be there long. They want to sweep, they want to get on top, because that's where you do the damage. Alright? So first we'll go over a little bit of defense, alright? Because it is the most defensive position if you're on your back. Alright guys, so I got taken down, or I got maybe knocked down, and I'm in the guard. All right. Now we work the top position guard, and so it's the opposite is true. I don't want him to have posture. He has good posture right now. His butt is down, his head is up. Any submissions I attempt are gonna be, you know, useless because he's so high up there. And of course, what can he do to me here is he can knock me out. He can punch me very hard. All right. Sitting here is very bad. I need to break his posture down. All right. There's a few ways to do it. basically is just, where the head goes, the body goes. I have to get a hold of his head. I have to get up here, either plumb or I can reach all the way around and break his posture back down toward me. All right? Once his head's in my chest, before we even get to the defensive stuff, his punches are going to be a lot less already. Yeah, let's say even if it hits me in the head, it's just not got the same as if it's up here. So if I'm just sitting down here working my guard, I'm going to get hurt. He's going to land hard shots on me. Yeah, if he gets his hips into him, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. So I need to break his posture down. I need to get up here, grab his head, or all the way over and grab him and suck him down into my guard. All right, holding his head toward me. That's kind of the most important part. Keep his posture broke so he doesn't punch you. All right, now we're going to do some stuff with the arms here, because just holding his head is good, but it's not enough. He's still got punches coming at you. The basic jiu-jitsu, first thing you learn from the guard is trying to get rid of these arms. So holding his head down with one arm, I got a free arm to do an overhook, locking it down. All right? Now, so I have the head locked down, I have the arm hooked in. I pretty much took all his weapons. He's still got one hand over here. So to minimize the damage that one can do, I'm going to try to hide my head on this side of him. All right? My head's hidden. This arm can't hit me, so I'm in pretty safe position here. All right? Got my legs locked down, keeping his posture down. All right? Hooking very deep. If you want to grab your own shorts right here, inside here, you can really lock that arm down. He's not going to get out for a while. All right? I don't want to stay flat here because he can still hit me with the hook. So I'm going to hide my head on this side of his head to prevent that shot. All right? Now the only shot he's got is maybe a body shot to this side, but even that I can kind of, by a little bit of a hip switch, I can hide that too. So I'm in a pretty safe position here. All right? Definitely not where I want to be, but maybe in a self-defense situation, I can hold this for a long time and just, hold. Hopefully the police come, or in a UFC fight, maybe I can get it stood up. I can kind of hold and stall. All right? Biggest thing is I'm not getting hit. All right? So the biggest, before all that can start, break the posture and control. All right? So he's up there. I have to get his head down. This might not be enough. I might have to get all the way up here, wrap my arm around, and maybe even need two arms to break him down. All right, now I got his posture broken down. Overhook, one arm, lock it in nice and tight. All right, grab your shorts if you need to. All right, so I got his posture down. Now notice I'm hiding my head on the opposite side of the one arm that can hit me. All right, you can't hit the back of the head, and even if you could, he's got no power. I'm pretty safe here. Maybe a little switch off, and I'm safe. He can't really do much damage at all, and maybe in the UFC I get a stand-up. So you got some options from here, at least for safety. I'm not going to get knocked out here. So defense is the first priority from the back. We worked some guard work already, basic defense. Now I'm going to show how to get up, so I can get up while in the guard. All right. Before we even get in the guard, I'm going to show you the basic jiu-jitsu way to stand up. The safest way to stand up. Very simple, all right? If my opponent is here and he's standing above me, just any self-defense situation, whether it's in the cage or in real life, I just can't put my hands down, stand up. Yeah, I'll get kneed, I'll get hit. All my defense is gone if I put my hands down, all right? Plus, I'm kind of sitting into him. Not very safe, all right? So this is the jiu-jitsu way to stand up. Very simple. When I'm sitting on my butt, I'm going to slightly take an angle. I'm going to plant one foot and the opposite hand down. All right? This hand kind of stays up for defense. Just kind of keep the hand in the way. Now, I'm going to pick up my butt. I'm actually floating for a second here, and this front leg is going to come out from underneath, and I stand up in a nice, safe way. My hand was out, so if he does come at me, it's in the way a little bit. Very simple, and it's very effective. I'm not coming into him, so I'm not going to get hit. I can pop my butt up. See, I'm floating here. Opposite foot, opposite hand are up, and this foot comes out, and I'm up. Right into my stance, all right? And it's very nice, because if he does come in, let's say I'm not safe. If I do come in here, I can always bail. I'm very safe. I can always go back to the guard, survive. So, if I'm here, I don't like it. Oh, he got back in at me too fast. He's not really letting me up. I can always go back to my defensive guard. All right, it's a very safe way to stand up. One more time, hand, opposite foot are going to be flat. I'm just going to pick my butt up off the air. Now this can swing through all day long. It's going to swing back, stand up, ready to rock. All right, now let's do it when he's trying to hold me down though. All right, we're going to do it 2 different ways. First, we're going to do it when he's standing above me. Then we'll do it when he's a little bit tighter. All right, now you've seen this a lot. A famous guy that used to do it was Crow Cop. He has very big legs. When you got a guy standing above you, very simple way to get him off is just kick him off. I'll show you. So as he's above me, he's trying to do some of the ground and pound we showed before. I want to put my feet on his hips. I'm actually kind of turning him sideways, kind of like monkey feet. I tell the children. So he's not. I'm not just putting him straight. I'm holding his hips sideways. So as he's here, I'm gonna actually kind of like let him try to come in a little bit to strike me. Now, you see my spring is tight, all right? Now I'm going to send him flying, all right? As far as I can. Obviously, the more I send him, the more time I have to get up. I'll really try to send him this time. So we're here. We got to let him come in, though. You just can't kick him. You got to get the spring, tightened. So now the spring is ready to rock. I'm going to let it loose and send him far away. All right? Now, we're going to incorporate that kickoff with the stand-up. All right? So we're in here. Let him come in a little bit. Maybe he throws one shot. That's fine. Send him away. I sit right up to my posture, and I'm up. Now we'll go a little faster. By the time he switches directions, you should be in. He's going away. Even if he doesn't go that far, his momentum's the wrong way. So by the time he stops and comes back, you should be up. All right? Now, if you can send him 10 feet across the ring, you got a lot of time to sit up. All right? So we're here. Get him to come in, send him away, and up. Right in my defense. My hands are up. And if for some reason he didn't go far, I'll just sit right back down. I'll do it again next time. All right? Obviously, send him as far as you can. Really explode into that. Gets you a little more time to stand up. And like I said, if it doesn't work, I'm still safe. I didn't stand up. As I kicked him away, I kicked him hard. I didn't come up like this, so I got hit. So I didn't send him far enough. Okay, I'm going to bail on my move. All right, that's fine. I'll do it again next time. Okay, very simple move. A lot of guys do it. Every fight, when a grappler wants to get back up to his feet, great way to kick him off. All right, now we're going to do it from the ground. It's a little more difficult, requires a little bit more flexibility, but it's going to be the same move. That foot's going to come out, and we're going to get up. One guy who's very good at this is BJ Penn. He's so flexible, he can get up anytime he wants, just by this simple move. All right? So we're going to go into our guard. All right? Same position. Look, we're holding the back of the head. Got the arm, working our stuff, right? So what we're going to actually do is break his posture down so his natural reaction is to unbreak it, right? He wants to come up. I'm going to hold him down, and then I'm going to let him come up a little bit. And the more he goes up, the better. It's actually going to be I'm going to hang on that head. So I pull him down, I'm going to let him come up. Now I'm hanging on that head. I'm going to posture up, come up to my hand, and now look at this position. This foot is down, this hand is down, I'm just going to, boop, right out here. It's a little bit more difficult because he's right on top of you. Now look, my hand was right there. We're right into a sprawl position, all right? Just like we were before. So I can get up whether he's on me or he's away from me, all right? One more time. This one takes a little bit more work, all right? So we got him hanging. We're really breaking his posture down, making him really try to, he wants to ground and pound me. So I'm going to let him up, actually. And I see how it almost pulls me up with him. So as he postures up, see my back kind of lift up. He's posturing away. See how it kind of pulls me up. That's what I want. I'm going to let him pull me up. Hand down, foot down. This leg shoots out, and we're right here. And BJ Penn can do that so well. So if you practice this all the time, you're up within a second. And I'll be right here. Elbow right in front. We can hit a sprawl, or we can just kind of disengage, get back to the feet. All right? It's the same exact move, whether I do it from the all alone, kick them off, or in the guard. It's all based on this foot, this hand, and that foot coming out. All right, I'm safely getting up. It's nice because I can bail at any time in any of these 3 moves, and I'm very safe. So that's the right way to get up in MMA or in self-defense. Now, the guard is nice because we got the leg control. It's not very good for punching, but we do have submissions, all right? And one of the most popular submissions, everyone's heard of it, is the Kimura. We can do the Kimura from side control, from mount. We can set up at different spots, but the guard's kind of a very famous position to do the Kimura in. It's used a lot of UFC fights. It's a very popular move, and I'm going to go over it. It's very simple. It's one of those other moves where you're not doing much, so if it doesn't work, you're still safe, all right? Very easy to do. Probably like the first submission you should learn in Jiu-Jitsu, all right? We are in the guard once again. All right? We're going to play a little looser just so you can see the movements, all right? Anytime he puts a hand down on the ground, sometimes even on my knee, that's a key for me. I see this bent arm position, that arm planted on something, I'm going to go for Kimura. All right? So I like it on the ground. It's a very easy place to practice, all right? So I see it there. I'm going to grab same hand on that wrist. Very easy to think. You know, you're not doing anything advanced here. I'm just grabbing it. Maybe I'm still in my, keep the posture down. Now, if my guard was closed, I have to open it because I'm going to do almost like a sit-up motion. I'm going to sit up, but I'm going to cross his body. So his head's right in the middle. Whatever arm I'm attacking, I got to kind of like an angled sit-up. So I'm clearing the head. This arm is shooting up. Still got the wrist with this hand. Shoot my way up. And I can't do that with a closed guard. If I have the closed guard, I can't really do it. I have to open it. So now I can sit up, no problem. As I sit up, this overhand is going to hook over, come through the hole, grab my own wrist. All right? One way to think of it, I like to use as little thumb as possible. If I can grab my own forearm without using my thumb, it will save my grip a little bit. We call it 5 fingers in Jiu-Jitsu. I'm going to reach through. I can even grab that same hand with no thumb, reach over and through the hole to my own wrist. Now, we did that sit-up motion. We're just going to do the opposite. We're going to undo the sit-up. And I'm actually going to almost pull him on top of me. It breaks his posture down. All right? Now, as I sat down, this is a very important thing to really lock in the Kimura. This leg has to go up on the back. If I don't lock it up there, he's got a very easy defense where he can roll through. So if I start applying it and I don't have my foot on the back, he's going to do a forward roll and roll out of my Kimura. So just a very simple move. Just by moving that leg on the back, I'm going to prevent his one defense for this. Okay, we're fighting. He's getting a little lazy. Grab that wrist, unhook our guard, do a sit-up while crossing. If the head's in the way, you're just going to kind of cross it. You're going to do a sit-up. Over and through to my own wrist. And now, as I sit back down, I'm going to pull him forward, and that foot's going to hook over. Now, here's the tough part. Got to keep that bend in there. I want to bring it over my own leg right to his back. And progress it right toward his head. Keeping it literally glued on his back. And there we go. If he's more flexible, we might literally have to go all the way to here to get it, but he's going to tap. All right? I mean, it's a very, very painful shoulder lock. It will rip the shoulder. The one problem with this is when you lose that 90-degree angle. The more straight it gets, I'm losing that bend in it. He gets very strong, all right? You've seen cops. When the cop puts it behind your back, you can't move. But out here, he's very strong. It's going to be a lot more work, and I've seen a lot of people get Kimuras here where they can't finish it because it's out here. One thing I like to do to beat that is just a simple, almost like a strike. I'm just going to hit that right at the elbow bend. It's almost like a reaction. You can't help but bend. Now I got the bend again. I'm going to lock it back down, bring it right along the back, and there's the tap. All right? We don't want a straight arm. He's just too strong. Can I get him to tap? Maybe if I'm really strong, but that's not good technique. We want to keep that bending. So if he's too straight, I'm going to almost unhook it for a second, do a little strike right to that elbow. Nah, see how it bends right around it? Reset my grips right along the back. All right? This is a very simple move because I can do it. And if it doesn't work, he's still in my guard. I didn't go for an armbar or a triangle where if I screw it up, he passes my guard. So it's a very safe move. And even up here, as I'm doing it, he can't really hit me. I'm pretty safe up here. So very nice submission, very easy to do, and not much risk if I fail it. If I fail it, I just go right back to my guard, keeping the posture broken down. So very good move from the guard. One of the best submissions out there, just because it's low risk. Now, we have submissions from the guard. Obviously, we got to be defensive, but one of the best options is just to get top position. Any way I can get from my guard to top position, we call it a sweep. Pretty, reversal, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter how pretty it is. As long as I get top position, I am now the better striker. So, remember, the bottom, very hard to strike from. We want to either submit or sweep or get back up. So, we're going to actually do, the first sweep is very similar to the Kimura. In fact, some people actually call it a Kimura sweep. Very easy move, very easy to learn. Okay? We're in the guard once again. Now, I like this move a lot when the guy's very postured back. He's very hard to get coming down. You want to pull him down to defend and break his posture so he's not punching me in the face, but he's very strong. He's going backwards. Energy is that way. No sense in sweeping him this way or bringing him toward me. I'm going to come toward him, all right? I'm going to bring my hips toward him and attack the momentum that way, all right? No sense in forcing him the way he doesn't want to go. Let's trick him into going his way. So, kind of like the Kimura, we're going to have to unhook our feet. If we have a closed guard, we can't do this sit-up. So we're going to unhook our feet, and just like the Kimura, we're going to hit this angle once again. Instead of hitting, like grabbing the Kimura, my hand's going to actually plant on the ground. So, pretty simple move. He's postured back. I'm going to come elbow, pop up to my hand, and shoot over his shoulder. All right? Now, this is not a bad spot to almost, stay for a second. You don't want, it's going to be explosive movement, but the beauty of this, just like the Kimura, is I can't get hit here. There's no, maybe you can hit my rib over here, but I'm pretty safe. So, if this fails, I'm in a decent position. So I'm hitting this motion, I'm angling this way. Now the Kimura wasn't much different. I'm here, instead of grabbing the wrist, I'm just planting my hand on the ground. All right, so I can practice that a few times, get that momentum going before you actually try to sweep. So we're here, he's back this way. I'm gonna do an explosive sit-up, angling across his head, elbow and hand, and I get to here. All right, just like the Kimura, I have to have my guard open though. I can't do this with the closed guard. Now, once we're here, this arm, I'm going to actually sweep him that way. Now, to sweep him that way, all the work in the world, if I don't block this arm, it's going to be useless. As I hit the sweep, if his arm can plant over here, he's going to stuff it. So, as I set up, this arm right here, I have to control it. I'm going to overhook the arm and almost grab the elbow and hold it here. It's going to prevent him from balancing out. Yeah, all sweeps are like that. We just have to take the table legs and start breaking them, holding this table leg so it can't balance anymore. So as I hold it here, he's postured back. I'm not going to be on my feet. I'm going to pop my hips, boom, right into him. All right? So when that momentum's really going, as I sit up, it's going to be almost one continual movement. Posture up here, grab the elbow, and now watch me. My hips are going to bump right into his abdomen. Boom. And we're going to go over. All right? Very, very common sweep. You'll see someone at least attempt it almost every UFC. It happens a lot. Great sweep. All right? A few more details. All right? So, this guy's postured back. Can't pull him toward me. I'm going to come up toward him. All right? Now, this leg has to block this leg because we don't want that table leg coming out either and balancing. So, as I come here, I'm going to take him to my left, so I got to take out his right legs. I'm blocking it here. I'm tighten, block his right arm right here, and now I'm going to bump him, and over we go. Now you notice, when I do land, I'm in the mount. Great Superman mount, great position. Not only did I sweep him, but I'm also in one of the best positions in mixed martial arts. So, it's a great sweep because you end up in the mount, ready to do some damage. Okay? Now, I'll show it one more time, a little faster. You'll see how it goes. It's almost like a judo throw. The more momentum you go, boom, you'll flip him over. Okay, this is a little more full speed. Remember, he's got to be postured back to do this one. So, he's postured back high. I'm going to plant, shoot up, grab that elbow, hip, and boom, over the top. Okay, Some people call it a hip sweep. Some people call it a Kimura sweep. Some people call it a walkover sweep because I'm walking my hips over the top. Now, we learned the Kimura, all right? There's a reason this is called a Kimura sweep. Sometimes, as I hit this, he decides to drive back into me, all right? Notice his hand is right there. Since I can't force it over, I'm just going to come back and grab his wrist on the way down, and we're right in that Kimura position. They work very well together, all right? So, I come up here, I'm trying to blast him. He's too strong. He saw me coming, he kind of reacted. He pushes back into me. Ooh, as I fall back down, grab that wrist on the way down. And I just go right into the Kimura. In fact, that momentum helps me go right in the Kimura. Lock it right, bring it right along his back once again. All right? So, these two moves work great together. Kimura sweep. All right? He's postured back. Maybe I've tried with, maybe I've even done it to him in the match. So as I come up, he knows it's coming. He muscles back into me. Pushes me, all right, you want to go this way? Boom. Grab the Kimura on the way down. Once again, that foot has to hook. You don't want him to do a roll. Right along his back and tap. All right? So we got the hip bump sweep with the submission. And sometimes, too, you can actually do the Kimura, go into the hip bump. They work very well together, depending on what his energy is. If his energy wants to go back, we'll hip sweep him. If he wants to go forward, we'll Kimura him. So that's the beauty of Jiu-Jitsu is whatever his energy wants him to do, we'll do it. I don't want to force anything I don't have. All right? So that's a very good sweep. You see it in the UFC all the time. Now, we just did a really, really important sweep, the hip sweep, the walkover guard, whatever you want to call it. It's a great sweep and you see it all the time. Now, we used it and then we did a Kimura off it. There's another very important move we can do off it. And you see this move every single UFC, every single MMA event you've ever seen is the guillotine choke. Very common. It's very, you see a neck, you grab it. You can't help but try a guillotine choke. You'll see it every match almost, okay? So, we're going to use that last sweep to set up a great guillotine choke. The guy who does this exact move is Joe Stevenson. He uses it all the time. He's finished many guys at elite level with this move, okay? So, we're going to do the same sweep we just did, okay? And he's going to react. He's going to defend it because he's seen it before, all right? He's no... Maybe, like I said, maybe I already tried it. Maybe I tried the Kimura sweep. Nothing working. He's just too good. So he's going back. So as I come up, once again, he's pushing back down into me, okay? This time, maybe the Kimura isn't there. But if his head's up, you notice I'm sitting up doing my sweep. As I come back down, watching me swim my hand back down. And I pull him right into the Kimura. And we've all seen the Kimura, okay, guys? The guillotine, yep. We're coming under that neck, okay? Now, the guillotine is kind of it takes a lot of practice. Getting that squeeze takes, some practice to get good at, but very simple to do the basic guillotine. My professor calls it a cigar cutter. All we're doing is, as we come under it, we're just trying to lock it, cut that cigar off. That's his neck. Make it as tight as possible. The guillotine isn't very scientific, until you get really advanced with it. You're just cutting off as much of the neck as possible and squeezing it with your hips, Cutting that cigar off, use your hips to finish, okay? So that's how we're going to finish it. Not very technical. We're just squeezing that neck. All the blood is going to shut off, okay? He can't help but tap. So, instead of just going for it, this sweep really sets it up very nice, okay? So we sit up. We're hard, hipping hard. He's pushing back into me. As I come back down, I'm going to swim my arm and right under his neck, and I'm going to lock my hands. Okay? Now notice, I'm locking my feet too. Got to use those hips. If I just use my arm, that's just too much muscle. I'm not, going to finish any submission with just my arm strength unless I'm really strong. Okay? And I'm going to swim over. Once I lock it, I'm just going to use my hips to finish. Cigar cutter, hips, okay? Make it as technical as possible. These are much stronger than my arms, all right? Unless I'm, a really strong guy. And that's the problem with the guillotine. If I don't get it, my arms are very tired. So use your legs, be smart when you're doing this. I do the same sweep. I come up, boom. He's pushing back into me. As I'm coming back down, swimming my arm out. And I'm going to meet my other hand underneath here. Just going to get a nice grip. I like to hold that flat. I'm going to hold my grip, and I'm just going to tighten it down. This is a very nice grip. Whatever you want to do, however you want to lock it's fine. There's different ways for different people, but cut that sucker off. We're here. I'm coming back down. I'm going to meet my hand as I come down. Wrap my legs. Now, tighten it. Now, use your legs. There we go. Great guillotine setup. You can actually get it almost deeper than normal because it's such a weird position. You're not just deliberately going for it. He sees you go for it. You know, he's going to put his chin down. I can't get under his chin. So, trick him with the sweep. Make him think something else and go for it. One more time in full speed. All right. Sit up hard. Pop it. Doesn't work. Come back down. Meet my hands together. Cigar cutter. Hips. There we go. Takes a little practice to get used to that guillotine. You know, finish it off. But using your legs is the best option. Don't use all arm strength or you're going to get tired. Alright guys, we're going to do a little bit more defense from the guard, okay? What we're going to do, once again, we're going to have a guy standing over us, alright? That's kind of a dangerous position because those punches are a lot harder. You just can't lay there and go for stuff because you're going to be eating punches. All that gravity is going to add up. You know, if he's in your guard, you're going to get hurt, but this is much more dangerous to have a guy standing above you. I mean, people get knocked out from this position. You get enough torque on those punches, you're going to get knocked out. We got to be a little more, you know, defensive here. Okay? So we got a guy standing above us. Definitely not, you know, a good way to be, all right? This is, you know, horrible. This guy's got a lot of tweak on those punches. We've shown what we can do up there. He's also got moves where he can swing my legs and do those fedor punches. A lot of bad stuff can happen here. And of course, I can't submit him. I can't even reach his head. I can't kick his head. There's almost nothing I can do here. Arm bars, arms, neck is way up there. The one thing I do have, he's got to have right here is his legs though. So, when I see his leg come in, and there's always one leg forward usually, it's called a sugar foot. If he doesn't put one forward, you know, you very rarely see that. There's actually some better moves we can do. But what I'm going to do, it's called the De La Riva guard. It's a very defensive guard. He's giving me this foot. So what I'm going to do is almost put my butt right on top of his foot. Okay? So wherever it may be, I can grab his ankle and just shift my butt so I'm sitting literally on his foot. Okay? Now this foot that was here is going to come underneath and I'm going to hook the inside of his leg and this foot is going to stay here. Alright? I'm kind of locking him out. It's very difficult for him to turn his hips down and hit me. Alright? It's just completely locking him out. I got his foot here. I got my hand up here. Can you hit me at all, Coach? No. Yeah, he can't even turn toward me. This is De La Riva, is a Brazilian black belt. He had really weird ankles. He could, very flexible. He's coming under and he's hooking and extending that on the far leg, okay? And this one can move around a little bit. If he does put his head down, I can kick him in the head. There's a very good guy from Japan named Aoki who loves this, very, very long legs. We can do a lot of stuff. We can spin behind him, do all sorts of cool stuff. Almost locking myself on that leg so he can't turn. He can't come at me. He can't even bring his hips down because he's locked out so much, okay? This foot is hooking behind the leg, right in here, all right? A little bit right in the middle of that thigh. Higher the better, all right? And then this foot can kick or can hold that leg back. Looks a little funny here, but there's really not much you can do. It's a very defensive position. Now, what can happen here is if he gets lazy, he's kind of doesn't know what to do here, I can sit up into a single leg. We've done single legs, we've shown stuff, but that leg is sitting there. So as I'm defending, doing some stuff here, moving around, he's kind of, once he kind of relaxes, doesn't know what to do, what I'm going to do is, the leg is right here, I'm just going to almost sit up, remember that hand down, and I'm just going to sit right in that leg. It's laying right there. So this foot's going to come down, I'm going to come up and just grab his leg. Now, very important, this is the very, you know, when you commit to this, you have to commit to it. I don't want to just sit here and hold on to his leg. because I'm gonna get hit, okay? When you commit to moves in jiu-jitsu, especially when you transition to MMA, you have to go. As I sit up into the single leg, if I get hit once, then I quit. That was a lot of work for nothing. Be okay with taking a hit or two. So we're here, working on a thing, kick him away, and I'm gonna sit up right here. Now, look, hand, and I'm gonna come up into a single leg. All right? We've done the single leg finish before. There's all sorts of good finishes, but I have to explode here. I can't sit around. In fact, all my jiu-jitsu moves, whenever I commit to something, you better go because you're going to get hit. But the good news is, if he is hitting me, he's not defending the move as well. If he's committing himself to hitting, he's not defending the single leg, okay? So it's kind of a mixed blessing. The more he's hitting you, the less he's defending the move, so it'll be easier, but the more you have to be mentally tough. So he comes in with his sugar foot, landing some stuff. I don't like it anymore. This foot is going to hook behind the leg, on the inside of the leg right there. This is going to kick here. I'm almost turning him, kicking him away, keeping his posture. He can't even reach my head now, okay? And as I'm kicking him away, he's starting to go away. He doesn't like it anymore. I'm going to sit up right into a wrap right under that leg. Now notice, just like before, my head isn't down. If my head is down, not only can I get a hit, but he'll stuff it. And now I can't do anything. Now it's useless. My head up, hand and foot, just like before. I'm going to pop my leg up, and I'm going to come up into my single leg takedown. A lot of very good jiu-jitsu guys are good at this. Nick Diaz. The biggest thing is be fast and commit to it. When I do sit up from here, we're here. You know, as soon as I know I'm doing it, I'm not gonna stop until he hits the ground. Come up, my single leg, take him down. You gotta move from there. You don't wanna just lay down there all day. You're gonna get hit. You gotta eventually pick a spot, go for something, okay? That's a De La Riva guard. Definitely defensive. If you don't want to do the sit-up, that's fine. Just use it for your guard and switch it back. Maybe pull him into the guard. He's sick of that. He comes back down to his knees. So got a lot of options from the guard. There's a lot of different guards you can use.